Hello everyone, I'm your friendly neighborhood Oka Tushka, and welcome to Frostpunk 2. Now if you remember, around a year ago, I played the first Frostpunk, and honestly it became one of my favorite games. Or at the very least, one of my favorite city builder games. And today, we're returning to New London in Frostpunk 2. Starting with the Prologue. Now, I have played a little bit of this on my own to familiarize myself with the controls and the new mechanics of the game, but other than the Prologue, I have no idea what is in store for us. So let's just jump right in. Prologue, The Wanderers. In 1887, the world froze to death. Civilization crumbled. The failing British Empire built generators to support cities of evacuees, cities that will become the last on Earth. Whether huddled by a generator or out in the open Frostland, those that survived were shaped by the ordeal. 30 years later, all became very different people. So I think this is taking place 30 years after the first Frostpunk game, so let's see how the city of New London was shaped.
Stewart. Captain.
Can you hear us? Captain!
Do you hear us?
A generation ago, we fled the crumbling British Empire as the world froze around us. I held New London together.
So I assume this is our character from the first one.
United, we survived 30 years of whiteouts. But the world around us is dead. Empty.
Ripe for taking.
Now, who is this? Is this an actual person or a manifestation of the specter of death? That's going to be interesting to find out.
Merely surviving is not enough. We have to expand. After all, it's us who survived the end of the world. It's us who survived.
Yes. Now it helps.
Oh, that hits. Alright, well, looks like the captain for the first one is dead. He died of, I don't know if he froze to death or if it was just old age, but he is no longer with us. So our character from the first one is dead. I don't know who the woman behind him was, if that was an actual character or if that was just a manifestation of something. Either or. The Wanderers, Prologue. We've been roaming the frozen desert for years. Many of us do not remember a world before the Great Frost. Now another whiteout is coming. And again, we've reached the old machine. Again, we rely on its furnace to provide heat through the storm. In the past, we always made sure there was enough supplies for the next whiteout. But our numbers have grown through the years. Providing for everyone is getting harder and harder. We must survive. Fight the cold. The old dreadnought remains in pieces under layers of snow, but the scattered wagons still have resources inside. First, we must break the ice to reach one of the oil wagons and construct an extraction district to use it. we could turn on the dreadnought furnaces to heat us. We will restart the furnace. Alright. So let's go ahead and pause it there. There's a few new mechanics. As you can see, we're not around a generator in this. We have the dreadnought. The dreadnought's going to work as our generator. For the prologue, at least. Maybe in later chapters, we'll have a generator. But for right now, we got the dreadnought. Another thing is, frost breaking. If you remember, in the first Frostpunk game, we could just build whatever we wanted around the generator, as long as it, was in that circle. Now we have this layer of, I guess, hard snow that is blocking our districts, so we have to use frost breaking to get around it. We also have a few things like this, the oil wagon we were just talking about in Prologue, and the construction wagons, which have resources of their own. We also have food resources we have to get to, like the seal colony over here, and fertile soil over here. So it's not just a matter of putting buildings around, we have to actually mine our way to the resources themselves. So because we have to do the oil first, we should mine our way to it, but this is Frostpunk, so we need to plan ahead. We're going to need to build more districts, and if we're going to build around the dreadnought, we need to open up this as well. Another thing we can do is have multiple frost breaks going on at once. Now, as you can see, I can't frost break over here at the moment because they're already working in this area. But I can go over here. So let's go ahead and start building towards this fertile soil. Let's go ahead and try to get towards this oil and work our way towards the seal colony there. And because we got the resources, we'll go ahead and go for this one as well. There. We're just going to let that play out. There we go. Now, we need to build an extraction district. Now, these districts have to be built in 3 rows. Now, again, I played a little bit ahead, so I have a little foreknowledge. We're going to need this area around the dreadnought in order to build our housing districts. So what I'm going to do is frost break again. To these areas so that we can go ahead and start mining this oil and getting the prefabs, Jesus, and getting the prefabs. So let's go ahead and do another frost break there. And while we wait, we can go ahead and start getting these housing districts up, because we're going to need them. There we go. And now, let's start extracting this coal. I'm sorry, not coal. We're not using coal. We're using oil. Coal is coal is so last game. We're using oil now. Nobody tell the US. And here. And there we go. We got the oil. As the thick black liquid oozes through the pipes, our people rejoice. The carcass of this old machine is a testament of the hardship that made us. But more importantly, it is our haven in the storm. It has allowed us to weather many whiteouts, and it will do so again. We have oil. We can turn on the furnace. Alright, so we now have oil. So we're going to go ahead and turn that on. That way our people can start warming up. Can we build another housing district? No, we cannot, but hold on. Provide basic infrastructure. The furnace is on. We have enough oil to cover current needs, but the cold will still affect our people until they have proper shelter. Housing will best protect us from the cold if built in close proximity to other housing, or the furnace itself. However, we'll need prefabricated parts for construction. We brought some with us. The rest we need to extract from the wagon wreckages. I see. Alright. So, I've already got this set up. We're going to be harvesting the whatever. We're going to be harvesting it soon. So, let's go ahead and start worrying about... Oh, I don't have enough for food yet. Well, let's go ahead and get some frost breaking going, because these resources are limited. There we go. And now we wait. Alright, and food. Perfect. 1, 2, 3. Done. And we're going to need one more housing. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There we go. Gain access to food. We have established some heat and shelter for our people. We must now turn our attempts to the incoming whiteout. First, we must frostbreak to the small patches of fertile soil suitable for growing food. Then we must store it in easily accessible depots. We must move quickly so no one starves. I see! Prepare for the whiteout. We secure our immediate survival. Now we have to stockpile as much food as we can before the whiteout forces us to take shelter. To do that, we need to produce more food than our demands. We must be ready. Alright, pause it. So we got food going, we have oil, we got the prefabs, and we have shelter. Now if we look up here, we can see we're not providing shelter for everybody. We got 5 people who are unfulfilled. We also are not producing enough food, nor do we have enough material for the cost of everything. So I say we take care of the immediate problem with material. We're going to go ahead and get this one up and running. That will allow us to get more... Wait, is it? Oh, and heat, right. So we need more oil for heat. Alright, because food is our most immediate problem, seeing as how we need to stockpile 40,000 of it, I say we go for food. And we go ahead and frost break. Let's see. Down here. That one, so we can go ahead and get that oil and food. Now the only thing we haven't gotten is this food over here and the materials over here. But we can worry about that later. Let's go ahead and get that going. Oh, something's happening. Pouring sand in his hands. We've been here so many times. The soil is depleting. A couple more and there will be no point erecting the hothouses. There will be nothing to grow food on. And the yield is so low. Either we pull emergency shifts or tighten our belts. Otherwise, there might not be enough for everyone. Alright, so we now have a new optional objective. I say we go ahead and do emergency shifts to get the food, and I'll pause that real quick. We also have the community that we have to please. If you remember in the last game we had, what was it? Hope and I can't remember, discontent. Well, now we just have one bar here. If the loyalty bar falls too low, they will turn on us and throw us out of the city, and we will obviously freeze to death. But we can use their current loyalty to initiate laws, such as tightening belts. So for right now, even though our loyalty has gone down a little bit, we are producing more food with the emergency shift, and they're eating less food with the tightening of the belt. So we should be gaining food? Yes, we are. Gaining 9 food. Still not enough, but it's better than what it was. Let's go ahead and start extracting oil. We're going to need it because we're depleting our oil supply. Uh-oh. Deadly cold. Due to cold, some of our people... Oh, well, 30 people froze to death. That's not good. Into the black, burying the dead. We mourn those who have recently passed. As is our custom, we take them to the oil pits. We gently lower their bodies into the thick blackness. The fuel that keeps us warm in life likewise preserves us in death. But death also erodes trust in our leaders. Without trust, there is no future. Alright, well, we just lost some people. But, hey, that's less people I have to house, so, you know, it works. And there we go. Now we are producing more oil than we have to worry about. So our heat supplies are adequate. We still need more material to sustain everything. So do we have enough? We do, for another extraction point. We'll go here. And let's not forget about the food. Let's go ahead and build one here. A mysterious symbol, the captain's legacy. One of our frost-breaking crews uncovered the frozen remains of a man in a tattered uniform. His shoulder patch reads, New London Scouts, 3rd Platoon, and he bears an obscure insignia. Some of our elders claim it belongs to a military organization, while others argue it has a religious significance. Maybe you have heard of this New London before and can settle their debates. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, because I have played a lot of Frostpunk 1, but I think in the video for my channel we went with faith. So we're going to go ahead and continue that. Now we're producing enough food. They're working on that, and we don't have enough for the housing. So we're gonna have some people get a little chilly. It's gonna get a little cold. Squalor. Okay. Against the elements. Each day the wind grows fiercer. Relentlessly it beats against our buildings, weakening our structures gust by gust. Without raw materials to repair the damage, our districts will deteriorate. The more we build, the more materials we will need. This is the world we know. Alright, so I can promise to gather more material, or I won't address this right now. We're just about to build a new extractor, so you know what? I promise to gather more material. And there we go! Alright, so that one didn't count, I guess? Alright, cool. Happy to see it. Well then, let's go with this one. And while we're at it, we don't have enough room. We didn't ice break over here. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There we go. There, and let's go and get some houses for the people who are looking a little chilly. There we go, and that should take care of our lack of homes problem. We're gaining plenty of food, and it looks like we've almost reached the threshold for food. Now we can make hubs to store more food. It's gonna take away some of our workforce, but I think we need it right now. So let's just go ahead and get that going. Enough materials. Good work! We are now gathering enough materials to maintain our districts. Time to focus on stockpiling food for the whiteout. And we got this. Food depots. Yeah, I'm already working on that. Our stores are almost full of food, but we still need more for the whiteout. We need secure depots that can house our rations during the months of the whiteout. Yep, working on it. And I think this place is depleted. Yes. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and demolish that. That's going to give us some material back and some workforce. And we can move the people. Well, I guess nowhere yet. We don't have enough. Uh-oh. What's happening now? Looking at her grandchildren playing. My knees ache, and my fingers are so stiff. I can't hold the needle anymore. I lived a full life. It warms my heart to see little Betty and Jacob playing by the evening fire. But maybe this is it. I've talked with other elders. If it comes to it, we will go. I won't let my grandchildren starve. Some people are ready to sacrifice themselves to lower food requirements. Hopefully it does not come to that, but I'm happy to know that you guys will do your duty. I said duty. There we go. And now we got more room for food. I don't know if one depot is going to be enough though, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So let's go ahead and make another food extractor. And because we're going to do that, we're going to need more. Uh-oh, we don't have enough. We don't have enough workforce, nor do we have enough scrap. Can I cancel that? Yeah, deactivate it. I can't cancel it, but I can deactivate it for now. And we'll go ahead and build this one here, because we're going to need that extractor. And the coal season has started. we're not producing enough heat, so we're going to need more oil. Luckily, we're already built here. And still not enough. I don't think we have any more oil. Oh, is this... And this one's shut down. Alright. Well, that's going to give us material and people. The whiteout draws near. A sacrifice. The people in our camps are getting tense. They worry we won't gather enough food in time. A hunter proposed to slaughter the remaining seals, including pups and females. This will allow us to gather much more food, but will wipe out what could be the last colony of these creatures on Earth. However, many elders have volunteered to walk into the Frostlands rather than be a burden on our resources. Their sacrifice would significantly reduce the rations we need for the whiteout. What should we do? We're just about to open up another one. We still got one more down here. I think we have time. So let's go ahead and not resort to anything extreme yet. I don't want to wipe out the last of the seals. We could use that for later. Also, if we get this one up and running and this one down here up and running, that's plenty of food. Come on, come on. Almost there. Almost there. Come on. Oh, is it going to be enough? We did it! The whiteout is here. The preparations are over. Did we survive? Against all odds, the Wanderers survived. Yes! When the whiteout hit the camp, the Wanderers were almost ready. We grew hungry in the last days before the howling wind subsided. We could see the bones through our skin. But the miracle of the seal colony strengthened our hopes that our journey was not over and would one day lead to a promised land. Our elders have added this story to our great tales, alongside warnings about a sinful city that still pumps smoke into the sky. We survived! We survived the end of the world. Now what? Ooh, that was cool. I like that transition. Roll credits. The old captain is dead. New London is weak. Food is low. Overpopulation looms. Coal is running out. People yearn for a future worth dreaming of. But is it the same future for all? Keep the city together. Or hold his hand on his deathbed. Chapter 1, Scraping the Barrel. Alright, so we beat the prologue. Now we're in the game proper. Coal is running out. The captain is dead. As he weakened, growing division brought city maintenance to a grinding halt. Now, New London's left to suffer the consequences. As stalwart, it is your charge to lead, but you must prove yourself. The overcrowded city is low on resources. Use this warmer year to build more shelter, secure coal, and power the generator back on. Let's get to work. Alright, so we're back in New London. And we're just being thrown straight into the fire. We had one faction to worry about. Now we got three factions to worry about. We have a lot more buildings, which I'm going to have to learn what they do. Let's see. Research Institute. Council Hall. That's still the same. And a few more hubs. Got it. Okay. Well. Oh, and look at all the material out here. Cool, 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 cool. So we're no longer building in New London proper. That is done. We did that in the first game. Now we are branching out into the Frostland to claim supplies for our dying city. Awesome. And that's something we'll tackle on the next episode. If you guys want to see a next episode, make sure you like and subscribe. Again, the first Frostpunk was one of my favorite games. I am enjoying Frostpunk 2. And I look forward to seeing what new mechanics are brought to the game. But as always, I'm your friendly neighborhood Oka Tushka. Like if you liked, disliked if you didn't, and hope to see you in the next one. See ya!